Hi guys, welcome back again to another section of Uncle Sam online tutorial. In today's class, we'll be considering expressions equal zero. Now, we are going to consider a few things about when is an expression equivalent to what? To zero. Okay, in the last class, we discussed about what? An expression being what? Undefined. And undefined simply means that the denominator value is equal to what? Zero. Now, when they say that an expression, in this case, we're considering what? Algebraic expression. So when an algebraic expression, when the numerator part is equal to zero, we say that what? The expression is equal to what? To zero. For example, if I have a over a of x and b of x. Now this is a prototype of what they're trying to explain here. Now, for this expression to be equal to zero, okay, remember that once the numerator part of a division problem is equal to zero, that means automatically that thing is equal to zero. For example, you have 0 over 5. It is equal to zero. Whether I have 0 over 1 million, it is still going to give you what? Zero. So that is what you are trying to achieve. So what will make this expression to be zero is if a of x is equal to zero. As simple as that. So once you understand this concept, you'll be able to solve any question that is pertaining to this. So I've written up two questions here, so we're going to consider them now. So let me bring down the first question. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 15 all over what? X plus 5. Now the question is, what is the value of x for this expression that will make it to be what? Equal to what? Zero. Now the simple thing you need to do is what? Just equate the numerator to what? To zero. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. And if you can see, since the highest power of the unknown here is 2, it's already a quadratic equation. So we're going to what? Solve it what? Quadratically using what? The factorization method. So let's continue. So what am I going to do? I'm going to find two numbers. If I multiply the two numbers, it's going to give me negative 15. If I add or subtract the two numbers, it's going to give me what? Negative 2. And the two numbers are what? Negative 5 and what? Positive 3. So I'm going to reduce this to be x squared minus what? 5x plus what? 3x minus 15 is equal to 0. Now if you're wondering if this is correct, if you solve these two, you're still going to what? Get your what? Negative 2x, because minus 5x plus 3x is going to give you what? Negative 2x. So what is the next thing to do? You factorize them into 2. Now bring out what is common. What is common here is x, so bring out x, then use x and divide. X divide x squared is leaving you with x. X divide 5x is leaving you just 5. Then plus, what is common here? 3. X, 3 divide 3x will leave you with x. Then 3 divide 15 will leave you with just 5. So this is equal to 0. Since these two are the same, just pick one of them and put these ones inside the bracket. You have x plus 3 and what? X minus 5 is equal to what? 0. Solving further, you just simplify that x plus 3 is equal to 0, or that x minus 5 is equal to 0. That means that your x is equal to what? If 3 moves over here, it's going to give us what? Negative 3. Or that x is equal to what? If negative 5 moves over the crosses the equality sign, it's going to become what? Positive 5. So that means that the value of x that will make this particular expression to be what? Equal to 0 is what? Negative 3 or what? 5. Now what do we mean by negative 3 or 5? Now if I substitute these, either one of them, so I have negative 3 or what? 5. If I substitute any one of them inside here, it's going to equal to 0. And let's try it. So substitute negative 3 here. So we're going to have, replacing x with negative 3, we're going to have negative 3 squared minus 2 times what? Negative 3 minus what? 15 is equal to 0. Now remember that this is going to be all square. Now negative 3 all square is going to give us positive 9 minus negative 9 times negative is going to give us positive. This is going to be positive. Then 2 times 3 is going to give us 6. Then minus 15 equals to 0. Now if you solve this, what's it going to give you? 9 plus 6 is going to give us what? 15. So it's going to be 15 minus what? 15 is equals to what? 0. Now if you do the same, which is what I want you to try, do the same for what? Positive 5. Add positive 5 here and solve and see if you are going to get to what? 0. So that is it. So I'm going to go over to the next question now. So let me clean this and go back to the next question. Now have the next question is 9x squared minus 1 all over what? X squared plus 2x plus 8. And the question still remains, what is the value of x that will make this expression to be equal to 0? Now all we need to do is make the word, the numerator part, to equate it to 0. Once we do that, we solve. The values that we get are what will make the word, the expressions to be equal to 0. So let's solve. So we'll take the numerator part of the word, this question, 9x squared minus 1, and equate it to what? To 0. Now, what can we do here? Now, if I look at this question closely, I can do some manipulations. I know that 9 is same thing as what? 3 squared, right? And I'll put my s squared. Then I know that even if I add square to this 1 here, it will still not affect it. I'm driving towards somewhere. So if I put negative 1 and put 1 squared, because 1 squared is same thing as what? 1 is equal to what? 0. Why am I doing this? Now, the reason why I'm doing this is so I can apply the principle of what? Difference of two squares. Now see that all these are squares, so I'm just simply going to apply difference of two squares, which simply means take these. I'm going to have 3x minus 1 and what? 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Now if you expand this, you're still going to arrive at this. So this is what you mean by what? Difference of two squares. Now if you solve for that, you're going to have that 3x minus 1 is equals to 0, or that what? 3x plus 1 is equals to 0, which is, if you solve, we're going to give you 3x is equals to what? Negative 1 crosses the equality sign becomes positive 1, or that 3x is equals to negative 1. Positive 1 crosses the equality sign becomes what? Negative 1. So if you divide through by the coefficient of x here, you see that your x is equals to what? Plus or minus what? 1 over 3. Now plus or minus 1 over 3. Now if you impute this value here into this expression here, either you put positive 1 over 3 or negative 1 over 3, this expression is going to equal to 0. Now let's try it. So for the numerator, we are replacing the value of x here to be what? Let's say negative 1 over 3. Let's try that. You're going to have 9 into, what is our x? Now we're using negative 1 over 3, so it's minus 1 over 3, then all squared, then minus 1. So let's solve for that. It's going to give us 9 into what? Since it's squared here, negative 1 squared, or negative 1 times negative 1 is going to give us what? Positive 1. Then 3 squared, because when you're squaring a fraction, you square both the numerator and the denominator. So this is going to give us 3 squared is going to give us what? 9 minus what? 1. You see that 9 is here and 9 is here. If you want, you can use 9 and expand the 1 here. 9 times 1, because when you're using a number, a whole number to expand what? The fraction, the number only multiplies with the numerator part of the what? The expression. So this is going to be 9 times 1 is 9 over 9 minus 1. And 9 over 9 is same as 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to what? To 0. You see that we have what? Actually solved it. And if you try and impute positive 1 over 3, you still do get the same what? Answer. So that's what I want you to do. Try out. Replace the value of x here. I've tried with negative 1 over 3. Replace it with what? Positive 1 over 3, and see if you will still get the same 0 as I did here. This is it. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Please consider subscribing. Please like this post, share to your friends or anyone you think that might need it. I await your questions in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.